We have all heard the quote before that says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. No truer words have ever been spoken, because hanging around the wrong crowd, you can end up broke, in jail, even worse, 6 feet under. You got to be mindful of the people that you keep around you and be a little bit more vigilant when it comes to choosing your friends. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the From Boys to Men show, brought to you by the Squire Program. Oh man, I'm super excited, man. We got to just jump into this topic for sure, because we got to talk about being careful of the company that you keep. And it sounds like it's very to the point, self-explanatory. Duh. Obviously, you don't want to be hanging out with bums, or obviously you don't want to hang out with, felons, or obviously you don't want to hang out with whoever, right? But we got to talk about it. I want to break down why it's so important. We have all heard the quote before that says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And no truer words have ever been spoken, because hanging around the wrong crowd can either, you can end up broke hanging around with them, or lending them money, or, whatever the case is. You can end up in jail. You can end up even worse, 6 feet under. And so you got to be mindful of the people that you keep around you and be a little bit more, vigilant when it comes to choosing, your friends, people that are going to be part of your tribe. Now, the people you associate with will either become your downfall or your upkeep, both in business and in life. I actually have a couple examples of this, and I'll kind of get into it. But I think it's important for us all to remember this lesson, because sometimes people say, well, dude, that's my boy from like 6th grade, man. We've kind of we understand that we have different lifestyles. He lives this way, I live that way. When we get together, we just kind of hang out and just, just kind of shoot the breeze and just talk as boys. It's not really bothering me that he doesn't care about, being monogamous or respectful to his wife. It doesn't really bother me that his credit score is like a 460. It doesn't really bother me that, he's kind of in and out of the criminal system, right? It doesn't bother me. It's fine. Like, he does his thing. We don't really talk about that. But when we hang out, it's like none of that matters. Bro, you might think that you're the special kind of guy that just has the magic rabbit's foot up his ass, and that hanging around this kind of people is not going to affect you long term or in any way. But it's just not true. It's just not true, man. You got to be careful. And man, I got to tell you a story actually that I have of one of my close friends. Actually, we're still friends to this day. But there was a point where we kind of had to distance ourselves, because no matter how hard I would try to help him and try and bring him up with me, say, hey man, let's do this. I'm starting a new business. Let's get you like a business plan written up or whatever, like getting him excited about making content or something to help him level up in some way. It wouldn't matter how much I did that. That wasn't his thing. That wasn't his life path at the time. And I had to distance myself because it was distracting me from my path. Now, this example is how serious that you have to be when it comes to this kind of negative energy around you. It was 2017. My boy was down on his luck, not having the best time. He was struggling with drugs. He was, popping Xanax bars, and just was not in a good spot mentally. And I was also getting married in 2017. I'm dating my wife, well, now my wife, Betsy, but I'm dating at the time, my girlfriend, and we're getting more serious. And, I realized that we want to get married. We realized we want to get married. And so we're kind of edging closer to that point. I proposed to her. She said yes. And now we're planning for the wedding, right? And I want my boy to be the best man. He's been my boy since 6th grade. Still love him. I'm like, man, I know he's down on his luck, but like, he's got to be my best man for sure. He's got to be right there next to me during this special moment of my life. But no matter how hard I tried, as I said, man, you can try to help these people as much as you want, but if they don't want the help, there's nothing you can do about it. You're just kind of punching air. There's nothing there. So I kept trying to help him little by little, and I noticed that even like spending time with him was different. When I hang out with him, when I'm looking at him in the eyes, talking to him, it was almost like I was looking through him, or he was looking through me. Like I'm talking to him, but he's looking through me, and it was like he wasn't really there, and it was super sad to see that. So I had to tell him. I said, look, man, I want you to be a part of the wedding. I would love to be, have you be the best man at the wedding. But, how things are going right now, man, I can't even, not only can you not be in the wedding party, I can't even have you at the event, because how you've been acting, bro. Honestly, like I can't have you around my family like that. I can't have you around, our friends. Like it's going to be, this is like one of the most important days of my life, right? Like I can't have you messing that up. And as much of a bummer as it was, he understood. He says, I get it, man. I get it. I'm going to get right. I'm going to clean up, and, you won't have to worry about this anymore. I said, all right, I hope so. So anyways, that's how serious you have to be, because people in your life like that, friends, it can even be, family members. They can feel like anchors weighing you down, constantly weighing you down when you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to ascend to something higher. They're just holding you back. And that doesn't mean you just leave them in the dust. Like, try and help them, coach them, love them up. Like, you can love them from afar, but again, love them from afar. You don't need to be right there with them and having them sink your ship as well. And at a certain point, if they just continue to keep messing around, they don't really want the help. They just kind of sometimes people need to hit their head on the wall sometimes. If that's the time it is, then that's what time it is. You just got to let them do their thing. Main thing, man, is because your mind is such a powerful place. You become what you think about. So if you're spending time with your boys and all they think about is chasing girls, always just only having fun, they never talk about business, but it's all about just having fun, having a good time, complaining about different things, you're going to become that. You're going to become just like them. You're not going to be the guy that hangs around your boys and they talk about all those things, but you're the one talking about this master business plan you got and how you want to become a millionaire one day. Like, that means you guys are not meshing well anymore. That's no longer your tribe. They can still be your boys. I mean, I guess it can kind of be your tribe to an extent, but as far as to get to the next level, you're outgrowing them, and that's okay. I got another example for you guys though. And this one was something that actually got me in a lot of trouble. So I had a really good friend of mine and we were really close. And so it was kind of like one of those situations where whatever he needed, I got his back. Same thing, vice versa. If I ever needed something, he has my back. So that friend reached out to me, said, hey man, my older brother, you know how he cleans pools, right? So he needs rides to, something happened with his car. He needs a ride to a couple different houses around the neighborhood. He's going to clean their pools and then he'll pay you for the gas money to take him around. He'll pay you, right? I'm like, cool, that's easy money. Like, I just turned 18. I'm homeschooled, so I'm not in school, right? So that was the only reason why I was able to do the favor. I'm not actually in high school. I finished my schoolwork early in the morning and then I have the rest of the day to go and do whatever I want. And so I didn't have any more schoolwork to do. I was like, cool, yeah, man, I think it was like $150, something like that for the day. I was like, cool, yeah, that's easy. So I go scoop him up. We're driving from house to house. We go to like 2 houses. And on the way to the 3rd house, we get pulled over by the cops. I'm not really tripping. I've been pulled over before. I got tinted windows, they're dark, so I get it. It's probably about a fix-it ticket. I was right. The cop pulled us over and says, hey man, your windows are too dark. I can't see what's going on in here, whatever. You just got to fix it. I said, cool, no problem. Give me the ticket, man. I'll take care of it. My bad. As the cop is writing up my ticket, it's probably going to be like a $25 ticket. You guys know. My buddy, well, I guess my buddy's older brother in the passenger seat next to me is tripping. Like, he looks like he's starting to sweat. He's like looking back and forth, like with his eyes, he looks all nervous. He's kind of like, he's just looking skittish and weird. I'm like, looking in the corner of my eye, I'm like, but I don't want to say anything because the cop's right there. I'm like, bro, what the hell wrong with you, bro? What's going on? So I didn't say anything, of course. I didn't want to draw attention to it. But the cop noticed. The cop looks, he's like, he was about to give me the ticket. He literally ripped it off. He was about to say, he said, hey man, have a good day. And he stops and he pulls his sunglasses down. He says, hey man, is your buddy okay over there? I was like, oh, hell nah. So I'm like, yeah, he's good. He's fine. What makes you say that? He's like, okay, just checking. And then he asks him, he says, hey man, are you okay? And my buddy's like, yeah, it's okay. I just don't like cops. I'm like, bro, why the hell would you say that? Why the hell? He's like, cops make me nervous, bro. I don't know, whatever. I'm like, bro, at this point, shut your ass up, man. We about to just go to jail because your dumb ass can't stop talking. So he says how he doesn't like cops. They scare him, they make him nervous, whatever. Long story short, man, the cop says, you know what, guys, you mind getting out of the car? I was like, yeah, no problem. Because I'm not tripping. I don't have anything on me. I don't even do drugs. I don't have anything. I don't have any weapons. I'm good, whatever. So I thought. So I get out of the car. The cop goes on the passenger side and gets to him first. And as soon as I get out of the car, the cop goes, hey, does your buddy Lheighton know about what you have in his car? And I'm like, do I know about what? What does he have in my car? He says, yeah, he says he has a rig and some heroin. He was hiding it in the pool pipe, whatever he was dealing, whatever. I guess you didn't know about it. Bro, literally, man, when I say that I wanted to literally push the cop out of the way and slit that dude's throat, I've never been that mad in my entire life. Like, literally never been that mad in my entire life. He literally had heroin in my car when I'm driving. I'm the driver. I'm bringing him house to house. He's doing his thing. I'm thinking he's cleaning houses or cleaning pools. And this dude probably cleaning pools and dealing the dude freaking heroin as he's doing it. So anyways, the cop's like, you know what, man? I I got to take you guys in. I know you're a good kid. He's talking to me now. I know you're a good kid, but I feel like you're lying to me. This story doesn't add up. Like, how did you not know about this? Whatever. I was like, dude, I swear I didn't know. So long story short, man, I spent a night in West Valley jail, which was not fun at all. Dirty as hell. And anybody that knows, you know, how the system works, jail is way worse than prison, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jail is horrible, bro. It's dirty. It's disgusting. Like they basically just have it in the worst conditions possible because they want you to just take a plea. And I'm like, bro, nah, like it's just gross. So anyways, spent the night in there. I didn't know if I was going to get out. It happened on a Thursday when I got arrested. I didn't know if I was going to get out before the weekend. They're kind of telling me you may or may not get out depending, you know, how the day goes. You might get out by the weekend. You might have to wait until Monday. Now, this obviously sucked because I just told you I was a senior in high school. That Saturday was my senior year prom, man. I had senior prom that Saturday. My girlfriend obviously was going to be pissed. We had all this stuff planned. My boys are going to be pissed because we paid for this party bus to go to Long Beach to go, you know, have fun at prom, whatever. And I wasn't going to be bringing my part of the deal. And my girl's going to be mad because we're not going to the dance, whatever. So I'm just sitting in jail, man, just like pissed. I'm like, how the hell did I end up in this situation? Now, all that to say, man, that's how important it is to be careful of the people you keep around you. I had no idea that he would do anything like that. I had no idea that he even did that stuff. But it doesn't matter. If you put yourself in a certain situation, bad place, you know, bad time, around the wrong people, circumstance doesn't care what your story is. You're here, you look guilty, and so you're going to pay the consequences for it, man. So anyways, man, keep your game tight. Be vigilant when it comes to keeping certain people around you and who you allow in your inner circle, who you allow in your tribe, and you'll be all right, man. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching all the way through to the end. Do me a huge favor, man. Like the video, bro. Keep engaging with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, bro. I got to be honest, but we got to get these numbers up, bro. I got to make the content better. So yeah, it's on me. But also, too, if you made it to the end of the video and you're watching me say this right now, then just do me a favor. Drop a like. Drop a comment. I appreciate you guys for engaging. Shout out to you guys. I'll see you next time.